No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Elliott now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check my pass.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Check 180. Check 53. Double dog. That's the way.
Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Sunday. Mike, 50. Go. Mike. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Check. 53.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Ertz has it left side.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never... bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Go. 120. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. Motion.
Running with Howard. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
No gain on this defense. No gain. SOS. SOS. Check 3. Greystone, travel.
Here's Sproles. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check 53, Mike. Watch the screen.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Howard. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window goes quickly. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Mike, here we go. Waiting. Mike, get away.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns, has nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Sproles. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Wentz under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jannard Avery leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Mike, here we go. Please! Mike, watch the run. Black. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 22 jet bomber.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Here we go. Waiting! Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
They run with Howard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Greg Joseph to kick off for Cleveland.
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
They go with Howard again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, 34 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20, so get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium, and his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Watch twins. Watch twins. Regular.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Mayfield now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield down. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw it this time. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rico gathers there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On play action, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Howard. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 52. Check 4. Check 4. X3. 218. Chopper. Sunday. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I don't think you got it, son. Chopper. Here, shift.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Important extra point up and through, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Back to throw, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
82. Hey, Charlie. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Here we go.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. A gutsy decision there, going for it on fourth, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have time here, partner, for just one final heat.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure.